When approaching an intersection with a flashing red light, a driver must A. Slow down and proceed if clear. B. Stop completely, then proceed when safe. C. Yield only to pedestrians. D. Continue at the same speed. Answer, B. A flashing red light is treated like a stop sign. The driver must come to a complete stop and proceed only when the way is clear. If a driver is involved in a minor collision with no injuries, Ohio law requires A. Move vehicles out of traffic if possible and exchange information. B. Leave the scene if no damage occurs. C. Call 911 only if the other driver requests it. D. Take photos but do not exchange information. Answer, A. Drivers must move vehicles out of the roadway to avoid blocking traffic and exchange contact and insurance information. A solid yellow line next to a broken yellow line means A. Passing is prohibited in both directions. B. Passing is allowed for vehicles next to the broken line. C. Passing is allowed for vehicles next to the solid line. D. Lane change is prohibited. Answer, B. Vehicles next to the broken yellow line may pass when safe, vehicles next to the solid line may not. When driving in fog, Ohio law recommends A. Using high-beam headlights. B. Using low-beam headlights and fog lights if available. C. Speeding to exit the fog quickly. D. Turning off all lights to avoid reflection. Answer, B. Low beams reduce glare, fog lights improve visibility without reflecting off water droplets. The maximum speed limit on rural interstate highways in Ohio is A. 55 miles per hour. B. 65 miles per hour. C. 70 miles per hour. D. 75 miles per hour. Answer, C. Ohio law sets the maximum speed limit on rural interstate highways at 70 miles per hour unless posted otherwise. When must a driver use their turn signal before turning? A. 50 feet. B. 100 feet. C. 200 feet. D. 300 feet. Answer, B. Ohio law requires signaling at least 100 feet before turning in urban areas to alert other drivers and pedestrians. If a school bus is stopped with flashing red lights, approaching traffic must A. Slow down and pass cautiously. B. Stop regardless of direction on a two-lane road. C. Stop only if behind the bus. D. Continue at normal speed if on a divided highway. Answer, B. All drivers must stop in both directions on two-lane roads. Divided highways may have exceptions. If a traffic signal is green but a pedestrian is crossing, a driver should A. Continue driving. B. Honk to alert the pedestrian. C. Yield and wait for the pedestrian to clear. D. Speed through quickly. Answer, C. Pedestrians always have the right of way. Drivers must yield even if the signal is green. A no zone refers to A. An area with no parking allowed. B. Blind spots around a large truck or bus. C. A school safety zone. D. A restricted highway lane. Answer, B. Trucks and buses have large blind spots called no zones, where the driver may not see other vehicles. When parallel parking, the final distance from the curb must not exceed A. 6 inches. B. 12 inches. C. 18 inches. D. 24 inches. Answer, B. Ohio law requires vehicles to be within 12 inches of the curb when parallel parked. If a vehicle begins to hydroplane, the driver should A. Slam on the brakes. B. Steer straight and avoid sudden moves. C. Accelerate to regain control. D. Turn sharply to correct direction. Answer B. Hydroplaning occurs when tires lose contact with the road. Easing off the accelerator and steering straight helps regain traction. When entering an Ohio highway from an acceleration lane, the driver must A. Stop and wait for an opening. B. Yield to traffic already on the highway. C. Speed up regardless of traffic. D. Signal after merging. Answer B. The entering driver must match speed and yield to vehicles already traveling on the highway. A yield sign means A. Stop at all times. B. Give the right-of-way to traffic on the intersecting road. C. Speed up before turning. D. Only yield to pedestrians. Answer B. Yielding requires letting others proceed if they have the right-of-way. When driving at night, dim your headlights within A. 100 feet of oncoming traffic. B. 200 feet. C. 500 feet. D. 1,000 feet. Answer C. Ohio law mandates lowering high beams within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle to prevent glare. What is the implied consent law in Ohio? A. Drivers agree to obey traffic lights. B. Drivers agree to submit to chemical testing if suspected of DUI. C. Drivers agree to wear seat belts. D. Drivers agree to maintain insurance. Answer B. By operating a vehicle in Ohio, drivers consent to blood, breath, or urine tests if suspected of impaired driving. When approaching a roundabout, a driver must A. Stop before entering. B. Yield to vehicles already in the roundabout. C. Enter without checking. D. Signal only when exiting. Answer B. Yielding ensures smooth flow and safety within roundabouts. Ohio law requires drivers under 18 to hold a probationary license for at least A. 6 months. B. 12 months. C. 24 months. D. 36 months. Answer B. Drivers under 18 must complete a 12-month probationary period before obtaining a full license. The minimum following distance under normal conditions is A. 1 second. B. 2 seconds. C. 3 seconds. D. 4 seconds. Answer B. Maintaining at least a 2-second following distance allows enough time to react safely. When is it legal to turn right on red in Ohio? A. Always. B. Only if no sign prohibits it and intersection is clear. C. Only at traffic lights with green arrow. D. Never. Answer B. Right turns on red are allowed unless a sign prohibits it and the intersection is clear of pedestrians and vehicles. A driver sees an emergency vehicle with flashing lights behind them. They must A. Speed up to exit. B. Pull over and stop. C. Maintain speed. D. Turn immediately. Answer B. Ohio law requires drivers to pull over and stop for emergency vehicles with lights or sirens to ensure safe passage. If your brakes fail while driving, the first action is to A. Pump the brake pedal. B. Shift to a higher gear. C. Turn off the engine. D. Speed up to coast. Answer A. Pumping the brakes may restore pressure in the system and help regain control. A solid white line between lanes indicates A. Lane changes allowed. B. Lane changes discouraged. C. Passing allowed. D. Traffic moving in opposite directions. Answer B. Solid white lines indicate lanes moving in the same direction. Crossing is discouraged. The first step when backing a vehicle safely is A. Check mirrors and blind spots. B. Honk horn. C. Turn quickly. D. Accelerate gently. Answer A. Checking mirrors and blind spots prevents collisions with pedestrians or objects. When driving on ice, the best technique for braking is A. Slam brakes. B. Pump brakes gently or use ABS. C. Shift to neutral. D. Turn wheels sharply. Answer B. Gentle, controlled braking or ABS prevents skidding on icy roads. If a driver accumulates 12 points on their Ohio license within 2 years, the result is A. No consequence. B. Mandatory driver education. C. Possible license suspension. D. Only a fine. Answer C. Accumulating 12 points in 24 months may lead to suspension or other corrective actions as per Ohio law.